Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Midi Aifani and welcome to another special edition of the Vendor Podcast. I'm hanging out with the usual here. You didn't cut this beard today. You want to look nice and impress these girls.
It's not a matter of looking nice, man.
What's the problem, Chief? Why did you cut your beard?
Just
What?
Just for the sake, like Uri. Just. Only
What
just.
is just? I'm disappointed that you can speak for yourself.
No, I do speak for myself. It's just that I don't want to contradict what I'm thinking now with what you're
contradicting
thinking.
anything. You must explain why did you cut your beard.
No,
I know you as a very articulate person.
no, you do, but recently I don't want to talk about it because it's also pained me myself.
But you had to cut your beard.
Yeah, because I did it because I have to do something which
Yeah,
require me in a good form, in a formal form.
That is life for you, my friend. You need to compromise sometimes.
You see.
Yes.
So it was not my intention to cut my beard.
And I'm glad you did. You look very nice, my friend. You look very nice, my friend. You look very nice. Guys, today my heart is filled with so much joy, so much happiness. Because I'm shooting this episode at a spot that's recently opened by one of our own, a black child, a black female child. She started her own business. She's selling food, and what's so inspiring, what's so motivating about this whole thing, like she started everything from the ground, everything like this whole place was like there was nothing, but now it's an establishment where people will come buy their lunch, come buy their breakfast. Then if one if you have bomb, scrap yard.
Yeah.
Scrap yard, and if one scrap yard, come back. Fhulu was once on our show. She was on our show this one time, and then after shooting that, she spoke about opening something, and I thought she was joking. I won't lie. I thought course would be done better, but she was so serious. And then I'm so happy. I'm so happy to finally see young Black South Africans taking matters into their own hands. I'm so happy to see young Black South Africans taking responsibility for their lives. Because we can't be blaming government all the time. The government is not doing this, the government is not doing. What are you doing if the government is not doing this, and that?
Yeah, she make a very good move. I really appreciate it. If you can check now, unemployment rate has increased in South Africa. Right, so you can tell that there's still no hope for the future for young kids, you know. So if you don't stand up, and I also encourage young people to involve themselves in informal sectors. You know, informal sectors.
Informal sector has more money than
Yes.
the formal sector.
People are making millions and millions in informal sectors. So it plays a role in alleviating poverty. It's just that many youth don't understand. They just want to go to school and get a certain qualification, and they will gonna be looking for a job for their entire life. So you can see that sometimes it becomes waste of the time, because the main purpose for you to go to school to acquire a certain knowledge is not for you to get employed only. You have to be innovative in terms of creating something, coming up with something new. That is the main purpose. That's the main point. So if we have youth who are who have certain qualification, and they're only depending for job, for a living, so we have a problem, a serious problem.
That's very true, man. That's very true, because we live in a society where women are marginalized. We live in a society where women are not regarded as men. Let's just put it that way. I don't know, Bafumagazi in most cases are treated with fun, and there are some instances they don't get the same opportunities as men do. So it becomes disadvantageous to them when they want to start something of their own, because they don't get as much support as men do when they start something. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, you are making sense. But as for me, as long as everyone has the right to do anything they like at any point, even though we can say that men has become more advantageous because of their ability. Men are willing to take risk at any cost. It doesn't matter, or it will take their life or what. They are willing to die for anything. Give a man any job, a risky job. Most men, the statistics say most men take most risky job that it can even take their life. We're not sure even if they go out for work they will come back. You see?
Yeah.
So just to feed their family, and most women they just take minor job. But what I like these days, nah, women are also involving themselves in risk because they don't have a choice. Once you are a single mom, you need to stand up and fight for your own family. Yeah, that's the main priority. You see?
I just want to see other fellow Black South Africans involving themselves in what you said, the informal sector. Like the economy in the informal sector is bigger than we can imagine.
Yes,
it's way bigger, and I think that's the other way we can eradicate.
And there's no tax actually. Just think of it.
You don't have to mention it.
It's a free of tax. No, people are making money in informal sectors. Sure. That is why we say. I want to say that, you know, this small business and almost niche market, niche market must be reserved for South African citizens only. Because you can't come from Nigeria, Zimbabwe, and you come here to open a small business or a niche market, which that small business is not registered. So what benefit are you bringing? What good things are you bringing? Because if you have to come here, you must come with scarcity skill, new things. Right?
I hear you, but that point is debatable. The fact that people come from their country of origin and then come to South Africa and then they open small business and then they start working. Why aren't we as South Africans opening those small businesses?
Many people are opening. The disadvantage is come with the access to market, and lack of support to our government. I bet government don't do much of the research in terms of formal sector, how they play role. The only university that I know that have done a lot of informal sectors, it was University of Limpopo. They did a research about the impact, the role that informal sector plays in alleviating poverty in a rural area. You see, and even Makado municipality just have the format. I don't know. Is there an agenda, a document which speak about how they are going to influence informal sectors, because they've seen that it plays a role, right? If we as if our leader have time to teach us more about informal sectors, many people were going to be interested. During the olden days when we were growing, people were not much interested in commercial farming, right? We were just doing substantial farming where we just grow enough for ourselves to eat. But most people now have engaged in farming. What is the reason? They understand now that farming plays a role in food security. So if we teach our people that informal sector can fight unemployment rate, can fight any poverty in our home, can bring a smaller source of income, people were going to make an effort to change their life. Everyone is willing to change their life. Some they don't have source of money to start their own thing, but they have good ideas. So you see the problem. Our government, our leader need to start to think out of the box and think about people. If they want to fight unemployment, you can't go to for what do we call it? For you will say fighting employment by creating more job opportunities, because we are in fourth industrial revolution. So most of labor work is being eliminated with machine. So you can tell. There's no much hope for labor force. You can tell even yourself free. We need to be economically wise in terms of teaching our people to involve themselves in more business, because security, this job of security, soon you will find out the robot is the one who's doing the job for security. So you can tell there's no hope. Mara, let's teach our people to involve in small business and informal sectors for the development.
I'm sorry, just David, just a bit. Yo, man, you explain this as an economist. You articulated it in a manner that anyone and everyone can understand it. And we will call Fulu just to come in and tell us how she did it, what blah 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 blah, and everything. But in the meantime, besides the fact that we don't get support from the government, besides the fact that some may not have the money to start the business, what do you think is the problem that's holding the youth of South Africa back in terms of starting informal businesses? Because we see everywhere, like in every street corner, there are stalls. People are selling vegetables, people are selling snacks, people are selling this, people are selling that. But if we're being honest, most of those people who are in those street corners and those stalls are not younger people. Why? What do you think is lacking in our youth to take the route of doing things themselves and just stand up? You know what? I'm going to stand at that corner, and then even if I make one rand a day, it's okay.
When you have family to feed, you don't have any other choice. You need to put your pride aside and focus and face the reality. That's what those old people doing at the street. They realize that I have a kids to feed. I have the kids to take to school, and it requires a source of income. So I need to stand up and start something, right? They are fighting those people, and they've built a nice house. So they want their children to have a proper shelter, right? So during the times of hurricanes, thunder, and storm and rain, they must not suffer.
That's what I create, like a homely environment for their kids.
So the problem with our youth, most of our youth these days are very educated. And once they are educated, they have that tendency, that pride of saying, Uri, I am educated, I can't start a small business here, a niche market. I need something good, I need something big. They don't understand, Uri, it starts
at the bottom.
At the bottom and then going up, going on the top. So that is why the definition of mechanical energy is that energy at the bottom is equal to the energy at the top. So the how you start at the bottom will also determine the top, how the top will be. So if you have passion on working hard, non-stop, every day, and put all your effort on what you are doing, I'm sure at the end you will achieve something. How they do it when they are still at school, put the more focus on studying. If they put all those focus on the reality of the life, what we're facing now, this is what we're facing, this is the reality of life. Whatever is happening in school, it's more or less like reality.
Yes, it is.
Yes. It is. So what I can advise our youth, they must put their pride aside and start hustling. And one thing, most people, young people who are in getting in small business or informal sectors are those who are not educated, who didn't go to school or who didn't finish school. Yeah. And they are making something. At the very same time, they are also employing those who have qualification. Because why? We are lazy to things on our own. We always come with advantages, disadvantages in everything. So you want to start a business, you don't have this income, you don't have. Why can't sometimes put those negativity aside and just start something? Sometimes there was this one guy, he said, it was Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro said a revolution is the struggle to death between the past and the future. So we must understand, if we need revolution, That's the Fidel Castro said. If we need revolution, we must understand that we need to be in a struggle of death to fight for the future. We need to understand our past for the future. And this other guy once said that a revolution is not an apple that fall when it's ripe. You need to make it fall, right? You need to go and pick it up. If you need something, you need to go and take it. You don't just wait for something to come to you. This is the reality, man. No one is gonna feed you, especially if you are a man. Right?
I don't like blaming the government or talking about the government because it doesn't do any good. But I sometimes blame the government for this whole debacle. I would explain why I say I blame the government. The government promised people free houses, free water, free school, free this, free that, free that. So now people are used to and they are accustomed to that free this, free that, free that, free that. Now they are lazy. I don't have anything against the 350 relief fund, blah 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 blah. But those billions, if they were taken and then farms were bought, industry were built, how many people are going to be employed?
A lot of people.
Instead, they're giving people 350s. People are going to drink those 350s. And then they're not even ashamed to say, like, we're going to drink this thing. What am I going to do with 350? And it's true, what are we going to do with 350? But there are those, since the relief fund started, there are those who started businesses with those 350s.
You know, I once said it that people are very foolish at some point because we are relying to people that we know that they have nothing good to offer.
They don't care.
No, do you know these politician leaders? They're full of lies. And once you understand or you make peace with that, everyone will tell you, actually they want your vote. They want you to vote for them. And once you understand that sometimes you need to be arrogant when you are taking decisions. There were this other teacher says, don't think using your brain, think using the brain. And I was thinking, what is he saying? Because when you are thinking using the brain, you don't want to think maybe twice. You just want to do it. Whatever comes to you, you do it. Right?
You're being impulsive.
Yes. So whenever you have time, sit down, or whoever is there have created a lot of enemies there. Right? And once they create a lot of enemies there, and they will also not keep up to their own promise, because they wanted to rob people to vote for them, to see them as a good leadership. And I always tell you, if I am a president today and you people don't want me just because I promise you things that I didn't deliver, just to know that the one coming after me will be more worse than me. If you can check the pattern from Mandela up to now, the president, things were just being worse. Nothing was easy. Nothing was becoming so simple. Things just becoming worse. And the more we anticipated that
things are going to get better, they just keep getting worse.
They just keep getting
from bad until like from worse to I don't know.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. The main emphasis here is that people must stop relying on politicians. You know, there was that kind of Operation Dudula. Those people, they understand that the task that we can't rely on our leaders. We think for themselves. They have business outside there. What they do is to protect their business at all costs. They know that if you start chasing foreigners here, the other countries, they are going to fight them. And their business is going to be to stop functioning.
But let's be honest when it comes to these foreign people. I'm not being xenophobic or anything of that nature. There was we spoke about the last on the previous episode. We spoke about a van that was caught with 8 batteries of network towers. Those things are expensive, and it's alleged that those people who were caught with those batteries are Zimbabweans. Now, to my point again, we all know that we have problems of drugs in this country, and then research and statistics shows that those drugs mostly come with Nigerians. Now, why are we going to be nice when we speak about these guys, whereas what they are doing, they are coming to this country to destroy our country?
No, you need to understand. I once told people that you know these people, Zimbabwean people who are doing crime in South Africa. They were once a soldier there. You don't quit that side. You don't quit. If you want to quit, you have to run away. Because once you are a soldier, you know all military combat form. You know all the strategy, and that is also affecting our economies because we have undocumented people here. It's also affecting food security at some point. And you know now, once you start dealing with stealing of what battery of tower, whatever, it's also gonna affect the network things and all this stuff.
Obviously, like we as you said, we live in a first industrial what. That thing relies on signal. Yes. And what's going to happen if those guys steal those things? That means production is going to stop.
And what about those people? At each and every business require network for network connecting. Yes. They talk through phones and all, and those all things is network. You see, now we are affected in other form that we as I don't know, our leader are trying by all means to avoid this matter, and it won't always be there. And Patrick Lumumba said corruption started at the top, and you'll be amazed how it dispersed on the bottom. Each and every person. You know, you cannot deal with the corruption here. You start there. You uproot it there. That's what President Ramaphosa is trying to do. He's spending his most time. No, he doesn't have any choice. You need to eliminate your threat. Because you want to come for second term, right?
Yeah, but I feel like Ramaphosa, what he's doing is he's eliminating people that he knew are going to contest him.
No, but in a legal form.
But he's not doing it he's not doing it for the country, he's doing it for himself.
He's doing it for themselves, but it's also helping that to uproot some illegal people. We know, Abe will understand now, Uri, what is going on right now, ne? What Ramaphosa is doing now. He's also creating a platform for young people in the parliament. Because once you get rid of all the people who are doing crime and corruption, you need young people, young blood now. That's the right time to engage with young blood. People who are innovative, people who understand you as youth, what you need.
What we want. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Because you can't run, you can't allow someone, an old person to be a minister of.
And like I wanted to talk about this thing of minister. The current Minister of Agriculture, who is it, Konje?
I don't know that lady. It's a lady, I don't know.
Isn't it Makisa Nkula? No, Makisa Nkula was from the defense. I don't know where she is right now.
I don't know her because even her, she's not even innovative in terms of challenging and championing.
How do you play someone who doesn't know anything about agriculture in the agricultural sector? They don't have any vision, they don't have any plans, they don't have anything productive to offer to the agriculture.
Abe agriculture has been a backbone of everything. Every food that we consume, everything that we are consuming right now. And it doesn't amaze me when I find only white people dominate that agricultural sector.
We are the majority.
Whereas we are majority. Because they've made us believe that agriculture doesn't play a role. It's not a good thing. It's done by people who are not educated. But people need food every day. How can it not be a good thing?
I mean, agriculture is life. We like it or not.
It's life.
The thing that the chairs that we're sitting on are made of wood.
Yes.
Where does it come from? Forestry. Forestry is all under agriculture. Well, this archer, this archer is made of what? It's made of mangoes. What oil? Oil is made of sunflowers. It always boils down to agriculture.
This is the byproduct of some of the commodity that come from agricultural sector.
Exactly.
So if we don't engage very much with this kind of things and we allow our youth to fight for this kind, I won't say it, we have plenty land. Not plenty land that we know that the land for agricultural space is limited, but we have plenty land where we can do animal husbandry, where we can do
animal what?
Husbandry.
Something. What is that? What is that?
Animals.
You're a scientist yourself.
No, you must understand the animal thing like.
No, Chief, acknowledge you as a scientist, and then you say, no, you must understand.
No,
say
I
thank you, Chief.
It's not something. It's not
It's an achievement given.
No, it's not like. No, I understand that it's an achievement, but you must understand that it pisses me off each and every day that when I see a lot of graduates not doing anything and not getting the support they need each and every day to pursue their dream. We have a lot, and the one thing that I've learned that most of the people who are doing agricultural thing in high institution of learning, they come from poor background, but they have passion to start something. Once you offer that opportunity to them, they did it with a passion and love. Once you offer them something, it's a piece of land, they will do magic on it. Okay. Because they are very innovative now. They understand a certain way of doing things in a modern way.
Sure. No, I hear you. I hear you what you say. Now, just to put things in perspective and context. When we started with Stock, we were talking about Fulu's business. We'll call her very soon. Just so she can come and talk about how she started and the end goal. It won't take long. It won't be an interview. Just a snippet. I was so inspired when I got here, man. You remember I told you like I want to start selling raw. So I will be there at the roundabout in Medan. Not like Medan. I'll be selling raw there. I just did my seed bed. Those things are out now, and then I will be parking. You are an agriculturalist.
Utava ndutava una zvinhu zvithu zvisvo.
Ndimi ndingachikuwa.
Ndutava. It's to plant. It's to plant.
Yeah, so
there is nothing new about.
I'm going to tava my chiraba from the seed bed into the forest. You see. So I'll be selling raw on the street. I'm a graduate, you know that, but I have mad love for agriculture. I've always wanted to be a farmer.
And you're never too late. And I told people you want to learn about agriculture, you can do it in an informal way. You know those extension agents. If you have each and every village, they have their own extension agent, where they teach you how to do agriculture. They pass you information, knowledge, technology, stuff, and all of the things.
I'm going to start as a backyard farmer. I'm gonna start raw, like raw Chinese. I just planted spinach.
I think it's one of the raw around here.
Yes, those things are in demand. So like when you do something, sometimes you need to be able to study the market. What's in demand? What do people need? But people need raw every flipping day. There are people who don't eat meat.
And even myself now, in terms of eating things with high protein. No, I'm serious. These days, it's not like I don't eat meat. Like, I'm having 4 to 5 days without eating meat. That's my diet. For this. No, you can't trust me. I'm serious. They are joking, this time around I'm saying listen to me. You're not listening. Listen to me. I'm not saying protein for the growth. So I'm not saying I'm quitting eating meat. That's one thing I'm trying to avoid, because I know my health condition in terms of that. You see, that's why I'm trying to eliminate.
Let me just call Fulu Church can come and just explain just a bit. Comrades, when we started, we spoke about us chilling at a spot that was opened by one of our own. Yeah, 4 and 5. Hey, my friend.
Hi.
Sharp. Sharp, we are very busy, man.
You're busy.
Yeah, we are busy. We are very,
Busy.
yeah, you are disturbing us. That's what I'm saying.
There's one
It's one
Arasavomenga.
So episode 4 and 5 ran Fulu, and then she mentioned that she's going to open something. And to be honest, I was like, just saying it, because we all do. And then Namusi, in fact, she go with the Muro. Now I'm not going to Fulu, una Mungro, Mangamafungo, Village, like, yeah. And I was like, okay, she opened this, but I wasn't expecting to see this, to be honest. So you did well for yourself, and congratulations. Let's hope we never to another good news out of this.
Yeah.
Because like our government we're going to wait to die. So I don't wanna put you in the spot or just make it as if I'm interviewing you. But what would you like to say about this place? It's yours. You're the boss lady, so we are listening.
Okay. Where can I start, Mara?
At the beginning.
Okay. Let me just tell you already business and anything.
Yeah.
Ndodandawana mshumo ndishona mshumo ndotoshuma mwezi kwetwenda ndishitoshuma ona then chaledenda iwola for unoyo mwezi I decided ori mara ndinaita nini chitu chine chidava chichikumpangira chalede so ndiyapoenda tuwanda ndaranga single fry anyanya inoita machips ndaranga na mchini wogandisa machips mara woboholani une nitoganisanga chanda because I couldn't afford holani une wabori ndimulwana. Yeah, so that's how it started. I think it was last year in February, my friend in February. Then I told my business, okay, you like somewhere in Kalange. Like there's no another customer ziko danyana, ziko dala. Obviously, we have another issues the landlord, how unemployment with our business. So I developed misunderstandings. Then I decided to go back home. So this is kind of one ako tangan customer auna arko win anga cheap. Then they akwenda dangafa badanda bonori okay. The guy unenda ngatomino ni business. The check of kala pay to what any for never forget on the business na nara. Apa na nikasiporo chininda bakachuni. Ndio unenda ngatoma business ya chindia. So yeah. And
guys, like it's very important before you start a business to do what we call study marketing. It's called environmental study.
Yeah.
You check. Okay, I love the business I saw after. Will it survive? Now what does not up now?
Yeah.
Because it's not the matter of you start a business for the sake of starting a business. Then you sit with a product or your service there, because no one will know about your product. No one will buy because we pay to never to about talk the services and kind of product design. You get my point.
Yeah.
So what like pouring samini
okay, rangi zuliwa zinaweza bwana specialize anga mandanga na maya tho na maguru na magwanda na zibega na kota na magwinya na ziacha ndirisa sasa mana idifaru mwino ni acha chiso chira 65.
Okay.
Yeah, idipanga mama
ndo mavuani acha ke yeni bela
pa crossoni
given acha
yeah
ndo mtesha zana msashtu watu miapo
Ater ko toro tena. No renga tio support. Ara supporter no the supporter one.
Yeah, so
Akware charity.
So I'm going to say this on camera. I told you before, now I'm going to say it on record again. Myself, I'm also studying something, like I'm doing backyard farming. So I'm done putting some raw on the street, like at the roundabout in Redan. Secondly, I'll go in the street selling more raw, like literally. And then as a way to support your initiative, as a way to support each other, as young black South Africans who want to make something out of themselves, I'm going to give like a bag, like first batch .com. I'm just gonna give you, and then a bigger nepal, you sell it. However, whatever you do with it, but I'm just gonna give it to you because this is so inspiring. This is so motivating. This is so touching, man. Because like asibatu wanji bani babana courage. You takuwa, and I'm going to do this.
Yeah, you're doing it.
No problem. You're bumgede wa dorini.
Hey, ukuzwa.
Arda feira mgano wangu dorini. Arda feira watu dorini.
And then I should have so over quite a suzarati or narnes to snare of Bika from the Arizona Cave, and Avanota or Okonofia, Rubika, Zuli was Yonian. Sometimes not in mind, Arama Fanango, but near Ward and the Children, which I'm moving a Mudiapa, Nicorangisa, because why I'm worried new Dorani. They want to second at the end of the day.
You become like, and you go the one who so second. Takes the chief out in the one for the car. But from the Muro, Rafang and the Muro, and
a lot of spirit of hustling must start here. So, what over spirit of hustling over desperate. Driver was like a point because. Nigotio tomana ba family na place na culture yani popitu so it take time
tutoba boita chidunga nyimele ona mukombera chidunga kombe chidunga nyimele
usazida ngandira yoni
no nyama wa nyama sokora azuchimbi watu baje bawa nachikura azuchimbi ngori chona chongo chitango upasi ya mti unyango
kai so I'm a graduate and then I'm sure now to know a whole graduate wearing some raw chitaratan. What's going on? No, what's going on to Ori? I don't want like I do have a job. I don't like it. I've said this countless times. I don't like it, and I don't think I want to be in an environment where I'm doing something that I don't like for the rest for too long or for the rest of my life. I want to do things that I love. I've always wanted to be in the farming space. I've done farming with my father for a certain period of time due to certain reasons. Like yeah, whatever happened. Now, but that doesn't mean that my hunger or my veg for agricultural has died. No, it hasn't. That's why I'm doing a backyard farming. That's why I believe I'm going to start.
Okay. And then also, companies that are monitoring and the others that are pass. Now, I'm going to graduate also. Ordinary utold welcome to kind of company. Can I not graduates ordinary utold welcome to the company? I mean, one about to maneuver occupy the line is a position. Only I did sorry, Minga or I told you what Janakanian position. So the governor graduates in Ghana to draw ordinary utold you one Antoniori, out of the companies in the fire.
You know, sometimes the graduates didn't deny HPGT. And I'm including myself. Rebehave as if Unamtu or Propagisa or Mushumu. Unamto Dan Faranga Chandar Emona, Yachko only the Kamshum. No one did that. You did that. You went to school.
You can't cut no point, you never have a promise. Why there's a coconut? Amara, percentage 80%. Go and do this kind of qualification. After then, no one job because all of our access, all of our connection.
Oh,
hey, Maraka 80% about connection.
I think it's 95%.
According to qualification.
I think it's 95% in the real like with the hope you're into the one Mushumu.
And the person connection.
So I don't need like the Abalam Shumo, my child in Nina, like Abalam Shumo, do this other thing, my child didn't at the English, but I want to chat and transport and what I want to do as a copy.
And I go travel, I go submit to a different to Nasi Via or so
like just start something. Or example like that, start something, sell something.
Yeah.
Instead of so good and so in there, I don't know so complain as no to some indian but what complain I want to shanduka chitu ruvariko so kwam so change shanduko iba ona musiranga rota kuara actor ara roso ko zura badoritsa zonera kwamba zonera there's nothing they going to do
anana mshimo nganta mshimo ana mshimo na ngadana tinani na chekile swinga chene anikoto ginemedana na mishumo ndiyo swinga ndicho opportunity cha the best chene ngakona bane kokono wana mishumo
but re uri na musi ri tshi khou shuma ne mishumo ri create mishumo ngari ne vhana because ri nga si ri like khou tholiwa tshifhinga tshoṱhe a ri create na vhoriṋe vhana information muṅwe na muṅwe na phone na smartphone information
tshiṅwe na tshiṅwe to dzhena kha Google kha internet then
dzi engineer maḓuvhano a songo ya university dzhena kha YouTube kana a dzhena kha internet a guda tshiṅwe na tshiṅwe tshine tsha ṱoḓea kha engineering field ine a khou nyaga u ita so information ri nayo ri khou tou u bva afha
ndi uri na musi zwi hone nga ngomu foununi a ri ṱoḓi ḓi ṋea tshifhinga tsho ita research ra vhala uri hu khou ita mini ngori vhunzhi ha vhathu zwithu zwine zwa vha arali u khou pfhi u khou tou zwi gudela so zwa zwi vha zwi hone hanefha nga ngomu u ḓi tou bea founu hafhaḽa a guda o dzula hanefha a songo vhuya na fhethu a spenda kha data fhedzi
a ri nyago u ḓi fha tshifhinga problem ya a ri nyago u ḓi fha tshifhinga tsho
na YouTube zwi ita easy iṅwe na iṅwe ndi wana
nṋe khou guda like zwa zwine ndi khou guda like u ṅwala code like software development u ita through YouTube now na dzi online courses because like they are the more mini zwino like na the basic I can develop a simple like a basic
website u khou tou uri can break u ḓo vha fish kole tshone tshigai kule hune u khou tea uri a travel ya guma khou ṱoḓa na
community ndo ḓi gudisa zwo zwithu like ndo ḓi fha tshifhinga uri okay ndi ḓo sedza video ya 3 hours ndi khou guda uri okay mini na dzi online academy na zone dza mahala just only need data page and then you're going to learn ṅwala code ni mini ni chita mini and that's one industry in is the future. Software development like IT is the future. Rina banga from South Africa time bank I know office 90 it's running the internet
and
I know office 90 it's running waka internet. So just imagine this zvingafanika and zvinji handi zvinenge ngazviita by just nichikodziva uri IT issue mahani issue mami so guys let's stop being lazy ritakuwa rimenga mirenje azvingoleruwa that's one thing inera ari tea kuzvifara nangayo azvongoleruwa zvidana zvichidana munoda nini end goal yanu ni mini you just persevere sometimes you don't even know
anga give up and the challenges zena ndiko tangana nazo just to run it in business so dalesa and vhathu vanyi no uri ve vathoma business yonto ngeni va ko face challenges zena nda tangana nazo imambo delisha ndirani but nenda ndizani ko dana plan okay arali plan isa shume saifi ndo dana plan yoto ri ndali sina na pen mara nda ko ḓo thoma business I decide uri ndina mumbu ndiko ni ṅwale book nda ṅwala book nda rengisa copy nda na NYD ndio ne vamfanda nga ye content but yezo zwino ndo rengisa copy uri ndi ḓiwane ndi khou ita structure ndi khou renga dziṅwe dzi equipment dzo shumisa so zwoṱhe zwo shumisa so ndo khou tea uri ndi rengise copy ndi kone ndi wane tshelede uri ndi ite iyo business ine nda khou ita
like kuva an entrepreneur zvidana compromises zvidana sacrifices zvina mani I'm sure or say a copy ava koto ḓova the owner but you had to sell it because what the ava koto ḓa ita nyanga tshelede and chem like yone ya vhuḓi ndi khou vhona like na staff for everybody was vhuḓi structure chawo ndi chawo dzina manda congratulations and just keep on doing the good work man. As I said in the beginning, let's hope zvidokoma mumwe muthu azvivona uri it's possible, you can do it.
Because na goal khulwane ndi uri recreate employment. Ngori sajara ari kozvamisa zvanhu vhathu vokole whether va graduate kana vonga graduate abeni uri uve na chanduko ndi musi vana woshuma zvanḓa zva muthu whether ni na degree kana anina muthu nato mutola a tshi kona u itela zwithu u kho ḓo ni itela zwithu a zwi bisa zwo ralo zwi sina ndavha uri una hango ita nga nṱhani uri una degree hai o ita nga nṱhani uri u kona mishumo ya zwanḓa and o fhiwa vhukoni o ita zwine a khou ita zwone so if ri tshi khou ḓiwana ri khou thola vhathu vhoṱhe whether vha na degree kana a vhana ri create mushumo for muthu muṅwe na muṅwe musi na u tswa u ḓo fhungudzea vhugevhenga vhu ḓo fhungudzea nga nṱhani uri vhathu vha ḓo vha khou shuma zwo zwine ra ri khou zwi wana ri vha ri khou ḓiwana ri khou tama ri khou shera roṱhe.
Roy, thank you very much for attending our day after shooted up. Kondola zino.
Yeah, ukari
Kogwana.
Let's again, Papiga crossing your scrapyard.
Crossing your scrapyard. Kogwana.
She's eatery apa container ya blue.
I read there to say.
Go shuma zino. Go show go to ita na rana so. Ziko kuya mama na richipenda. Nina big boy up. So yes, so this is the end of the show, guys. Please subscribe. Continue to subscribe. Follow us on social media. We're out.
Very clear, bro.